What's up, guys? Hope everybody is well. Just starting off the day, just took a shower, got ready, and we're gonna go see Saving Private Ryan. Um, Disclaimer: I've never seen this film. It is a re-release happening in theaters, so that'll be fun to watch. 2 hours, 50-minute movie, and yeah, I'll leave a review right after I get back. All right, guys. So we made it back from watching Saving Private Ryan for the first time in theaters. I've never seen it before. 1998 film, Steven Spielberg. Uh, Very good film. I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. It's a war film. It takes place in 1944, France. I'm pretty sure. And the concept of it was a mother lost her 3 sons at war, and then the last one was still alive, so they had to get him home due to them not wanting the mother to grieve, I guess, as much or something, like just to give her some hope. I feel like, but I love the movie. We're gonna break down the movie in a few different ways. First, I want to talk about the gore. The gore was gore. it was um, it was phenomenal. It was very bloody, very gut wrenching. Um, it like there was a few scenes where I went, like like in disgust, but that's good. That's how you know a director has done a good job with his filming, with what he shows, with how he shows it. It was very eye awakening. Obviously, we know war, but a lot of these movies don't do war justice in terms of how bad it truly is. And this movie, Saving Private Ryan, did a very good job at showing how disgusting it is. You know what I mean? Uh, Getting into it, getting your stomach exploded, getting your leg shot off, your arm shot off. It was yeah, it was gut wrenching, but it was good. It was good. A lot of blood, a lot of limbs flying everywhere. The psychology, philosophy of the movie. This one I had a little bit of a hard time on. Uh, Even myself, like as a viewer, you're not in the situation, but it was like is it worth sending a crew of men to bring back one man? You know, it's uh, it's a very interesting mission that they were doing. There was a group of 8 people that went, and I'm not gonna spoil the movie if anyone hasn't seen it, but they lost a few people, and all of that just to return one man back home. And there was a very powerful scene where one of the 8 men starts rebelling. He was a private. He starts rebelling with the captain, and that movie really gets your heart racing. You know what I mean? Because you're you're trying to side with the private, but then you also know the captain's just doing his job, like fulfilling an order, and it was a very well shot scene. A lot of anger, a lot of emotion came out, a lot of very loud vocal representation. It was beautifully done. I highly recommend you guys watch this movie. If you're a fan of war movies, a fan of action, a fan of psychology, brilliant movie. Uh, Brilliantly displayed uh, that sometimes you have to just do what is being told, but also remember to not let yourself be, I guess, controlled by just listen and do. Like humans do have a mind of their own, and if they don't feel like something's right, feel like vocalizing it should be the best thing to do, not just keep it hidden. But yeah, the captain just had to do the mission, and they did the mission no matter how bizarre it sounded. The dialogue of the movie was phenomenal. Uh, Dialogue acting, I'll combine those two. Matt Damon, Vin Diesel, who else was it? Matt Damon, Vin Diesel, Tom Hanks, amazing actors, all did a phenomenal job. The lines were delivered beautifully, perfect. The pitch, the sound, what was being said, everything was brilliant. The facial expressions that I really love facial expressions in these type of movies, and the facial expression was there. I'm not a fan of action movies at all. I'll be honest, but I really enjoyed this movie because of, like I said before, the emotions, the anger, the everything. It was beautifully done. One thing I forgot to mention, for the directing, a lot of the scenes were shot very subjectively. So what I mean by that is, if they were in a ship, the cameraman was sitting in the ship and he was filming what was happening in the scene. Like from the eyes of a soldier. If they're in the battlefield, the cameraman would be beside one of the men in the battlefield filming a tank coming or whatever, you know what I mean? Very beautifully shot. You don't see a lot of movies like that. A lot of movies nowadays are shot objectively. A good example of a very beautiful subjective shot that happened very recently was in Oppenheimer, if you guys remember, when the bomb went off, there was it was so beautifully done. There was around 10 to 15 seconds, maybe 20, I don't remember exactly, but you're just in the theater and all you hear is the breathing on the camera, and you can feel your heartbeat, and the camera is inside, I believe, one of the bomb shelters, and then boom, right away a sound rushes in, and it was so beautifully shot uh, as to say that we're in the shot while it's happening. Um, Very good. This movie had a lot of moments like that where it was subjectively shot, and I really appreciate that. I don't mind objective shooting, but subjective shooting is the best for when you want the viewer to be in the movie with you, when you want them to feel like they're in the movie. Screenplay chemistry between all the actors, brilliant. It's it's a brotherhood movie, right? Like a bunch of guys going to war. Uh, Beautiful movie. Oh, before I continue, one more thing about the philosophy of the movie. There's one guy who objects. So there's a scene. I'm just gonna spoil it. Spoiler warning. There's a scene where they capture a German soldier, and the captain is about to kill him, but the soldier surrendered. And so one of the new guys that the captain took onto his squad, he was saying this isn't right, and it wasn't. It's not right to, in my opinion, to kill a war prisoner, a prisoner of war, POW. Uh, when the enemy has surrendered in war, you're not supposed to shoot them. It's not right at all. But the captain was gonna shoot him because he killed one of his buddies in his group, and so he got very angry. But in the end, after a few scenes of that happening, the conflict happening between the group, the captain let him walk off, which I really appreciated. I don't think it would have been a good uh, character trait to see the captain killing off a prisoner, because war crime. That's basically what it would be. But yeah, that's it for philosophy, psychology, cinematography. Beautiful. There wasn't a lot of it, but where we seen the cinematography, it was done very well. Not many shots, but a lot of shots of anguish, a lot of dark shots, not just in nighttime, but I mean dark and like the theme. Um, a lot of filming in the rain. I loved the sound. The sound was amazing because I watched it in theaters, and the sound of the rain, sound of the guns, sound of the footsteps, everything was on point. And finally, a romance. Not romance, but relationship wise, there was love. You know, the whole mission was based off of returning this one soldier back to his mother after her mother had lost her three other boys at war. So it's I'm so twisted. Like, I don't know, guys. Like, on one side, I'm like, do you really want to risk 8 or more soldiers for one soldier? And on the other side, it's like, yeah, you know, you want to bring home that soldier so that one woman who lost her three other boys can have a little bit more hope. And so it's a conflicting storyline. It's a conflicting mission. But I'd love to know your guys' thoughts if you've watched it. And yeah, I think that's about it. Not too much else to say. I think I covered everything I wanted to. Uh, Let me think. Next weekend, I will be rewatching the first Spider-Verse movie in theaters. Following that, the next day I will be watching the new M. Night Shyamalan Watchers. It'll be amazing. I will 100% review that and get that out for you next weekend. I know it's going to be a good movie. M. Night Shyamalan is producing it. His brother is the one writing and directing it. So that'll be very, very good to see. I've never seen a movie by his brother, and he hasn't made one yet. So it'll be good. Uh, I'm going to post one more review today. I'm just going to record it in a few minutes, maybe, after I eat something. I'm going to finally review the Lord of the Rings series. I'm going to try to make this a bit of a movie and book review channel if I can. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Give Saving Private Ryan a watch if you haven't. It's a phenomenal movie. It's over 20 years old. Yeah, I'll see you guys next weekend. Peace.